say take a seat, I say watch me try. Small town hall with a bigger sky.
My name is Nara. Our city is doing well by continuing to keep that community environment. We are growing in the right areas. There's the parks that were redone. Now, improvements. Okay, no, nothing is perfect. So, I mean, there is room for improvements. If I was elected, first thing is first, we need a full assessment done on the city. I need it from top to bottom. I don't need anything mixed because there are several areas you're driving through. Some of it looks a little rough and some of it looks so nice. Like how something can be so beautiful physically, but then eternally there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So that is definitely my top first thing. Our infrastructure, animal shelter on its last leg, the roads, the drainage, the flooding. Now, I am originally from Minnesota, but I have a lot of family here, so we would come and visit during the summer, every summer. And then in 2000, we just ended up staying past the summer. And I began Sylvan Hills High School in the 10th grade. Sherwood means community. We have the best community. Everyone on each block and some of the blocks, they know each other. They are there for each other. They will come together and do certain things. Like we've had little block parties and things where we are. And that was to get to know each other, to know each other's children. Our children are our future. They're going to take over once we're gone. Growing up in Sherwood, I wanted to try different things. I know people would say, you should get this one job, stick to it. I didn't do that. I wanted to try different things. When I worked at Target, they put me in the pharmacy for a while because they were understaffed. So I got to learn a lot about that, and that was so interesting that I went and got my pharmacy tech license so that I continue to be a pharmacy tech, to the revenue office, to the parole board, to business and commercial services for the state. That took me back to my childhood passion, teaching. I had a lot of siblings. I am one of 7 of my mom's children. I would like to play school and be the teacher all the time. I was never the student. I was always the teacher. I was always leading. So that drove me into going back to school so that I can become a teacher. So that is exactly what I did, immediately. Went straight through it, became a teacher, and I'm like, this is amazing. This is definitely what I want to do. So it ties into helping others, educating others, motivating others, leading others. I immediately start substituting. I definitely subbed at Sylvan Hills High School, Sylvan Hills Middle, Oak Brook Elementary, Sherwood Elementary. It was great. Elementary, middle, high school, and I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do. I landed the first actual teaching job where I'm in my own classroom teaching my students. In the classroom, there are so many things. There are multiple things happening. When you become a teacher, that's 24/7. You don't stop being a teacher just because we left the classroom. There is so much groundwork there, and then there are so many things to consider. I learned when you go through things, although nothing is your choice, you don't get to choose who your parents are or where you are and things like that. God is who I leaned on. And I didn't meet God in a church. I met him outside of a laundromat. And I was pregnant with my first child. And I'm like, Lord, what? I don't know who you are because I didn't have that relationship yet. But I've heard of you. So I need to talk with you and I need to see what I can do. And my motivation is to always try and do all of the things that he says to do. So I live my life by that. The ability to be collaborative, the ability to listen, not just think that I know everything, the ability to problem solve. These kids are coming from various backgrounds, various environments. I have to differentiate how I teach, how I lead these children. Not everyone learns the same. Not everyone thinks the same. So I have to take into consideration all of these things before I can actually create this lesson plan. That is something that I can definitely bring into leadership of a city. So that tornado that happened in 23, it took half my home. My kids and I were at home at this time. I was so concerned about the weather. I took off work and went to go get my children and we went home. Um, by the time everything was transpiring, it was happening so fast. I put them in the tub and then I grabbed the biggest cover, thickest cover I had, wrapped myself in it and them also, and just prayed, like, Lord, just leave them here, take me. Because it was like a freight train coming. It was so loud and the kids, I could tell how frightened they were. And I just felt so helpless. At that moment, it's like, oh my God, there's nothing I can do. I can't shoot it. I can't fight it. I can't yell at it to stop. That was like the absolute worst feeling I've ever felt in my life. But all I wanted was for my kids and myself to be okay. And it was, it didn't seem like but minutes before everything came to a complete calm down. And I get up and open the bathroom door. That we finally get the room door to open. There's a tree in my room, full tree. Just, I mean, but I was just so thankful that we were alive, that we were okay. There were no city officials. There were, I mean, just my direct neighbor. We're all asking each other, are we okay? Is everybody, a lot of my debris and roofing and everything was on their side too. So they're like, no, I seen it when it came. I seen your house just up, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I mean, the news station did come, so I was on the news clip picking up things around the house, and they kind of asked me questions. And I'm just like, where are my people? Where's my councilman walking down the street, asking me, do y'all need anything? We have these resources for you. Nothing. I lost everything. My kids lost everything. So I'm having to start completely over with clothing and all this stuff. I have to get all these things before insurance can. So it was really hard trying to find a room for me and my children. People from work are calling, like, are you gonna go to work? Are you coming in? I'm trying to figure all this stuff out just so I have that going. I have all these thoughts. And then I return to my house to try to see, what I can do. And I get a letter on my door from code enforcement. It was stating for me to have all of these things removed, pile them a certain way. I called them like, hey, I don't have any assistance. I'm waiting on insurance to provide something. Is there anything y'all can assist me with? Do you know where I can get any type of help from? Anything? And the guy on the phone is just like, I would suggest just calling around and seeing what you can do, and not even pointing me to any type of services, not even letting me know that Sherwood has things in place for emergencies. Nothing. That hurt. And to watch on the news that the people in North Little Rock, the community they had, the mayors out there, all these things, they're telling them what they can do, what they can help them with. I'm like, wow, okay. All right, I'm gonna do what I normally do. I'm gonna stand up, dust myself off, and do what I need to do. And I was like, you know what? I don't ever want anybody to feel that. I don't want anybody to feel as if there's no help, there's nothing, no one to even see you. So that began, let me see who needs help in my city. Let me walk around, let me meet new people. That's when I began to volunteer. when I'm out and about and I see children that need help or anything, we're doing like the fishing derbies, things like that. I would just help the other children because where I'm at, all of y'all are my people. I'm gonna help where it's needed. But I started to become a volunteer intentionally because I just wanted to hear them, see them. And that got me into the city council meetings, and I was watching them first before I go. So I began watching them and seeing everything that's going on and becoming very involved at this point. I want to know what's going on. I want to know where can I help? Where do people need me? And just following that and following things, and that got me into I can lead. I can listen. I can problem solve. I can critical think. If it doesn't add up, if it doesn't look right, I'm going to fix that.